Hey, welcome to another episode of the Rob Report. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. Before we get into this segment, by the end of this video, I want you to do a few things for me. First of all, if you like the video, hit the like button. Please do. If you don't like it, hit unlike. It's okay. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Sometimes, as Jimmy Dole would say, you find yourself unsubscribed and you need to make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell right next to it so you can be notified when a new video is being dropped. Whoop, there it is. And more importantly, the super chat will be on for this segment. So if you want to donate toward the efforts of Bob TV, that's freely up to you. Any amount will help toward the growth of this channel. My name is Robert Brown with the Rob Report. Let's get into it. Snitch. Snitches get stitches. Now, a couple of years ago, I did a video just coming down hard on the Proud Boys. How they was always looking for a fight. That they knew that they don't supposed to throw the first fist, but they will taunt you until you throw the first fist, just so they can fight you. I went bodyguard hard on them guys. And then I had a Proud Boy called me and said, Rob, you got it wrong. We're not that type of organization at all. So I don't know where you're getting your information from, but that's not who we are. Check out our website. Matter of fact, come to a couple of our meetings. So I was invited to come to a couple of meetings, turned them all down. Because even though I saw the website and I saw multicultural, and I saw black and Latinos and even gay men in the Proud Boys, I've learned to not let people of color or we all-ism kind of deflect me. I'm not the type of person that's going to fall for we all-ism. We all in the same boat. We all is. Black people not in the same boat as everybody else. We didn't come in this country in the same boat as everybody else. Matter of fact, we were thrown in the boat. Everybody else came on their own free will. So we would never be, and as a result of that, we would never be in the same boat as anybody else. Now, this guy right here is something else. You got a Cuban Latino, Afro-Latino, in other words, a black man, a black Latino. Not ADOS, a black Latino, who we find out has been an informant all these years. Proud Boy leaders have been an informant for law enforcement officers since 2012, says Reuters. 2012, this dude been undercover. And see, this is the kind of stuff that make even racist people hate even more mad at black people or more mad at Latinos. That we allowed you to run our organization, boy. We allowed you to be the front man of our organization. You know why they was using them as front man. I keep telling everybody, white supremacy number one tool is a black face. They can get more stuff done behind a black face than a white face. White supremacy don't like out loud, over the top brash bigotry. They like that down low, clean cut, great talk. They like that guy. They like to be under the radar. See, they started off with hoods. The hood theory, the outfit theory was so you don't know who we are, because we could be your pastor. We could be your neighbor. We could be your one of the guys you grew up in school with. We could be your teacher. We could be your doctor. Yeah, we could be your COVID relief doctor, and we could be shooting something else in your arm instead of something that's going to help you. You don't know when it comes to real white supremacy, they keep it on the low. But one of the things they do is they like to keep people in blackface. They love blackface. Oh, look up. They love blackface. Proud Boy leader Enrique Tarrio was an informant for law enforcement since 2012, according to a transcript of 2014 court proceedings obtained by Reuters. So he was a snitch. This dude, a long-time veteran snitch. And y'all had him run y'all organization. And you know they caught him. They claim they caught him with some guns, some weapon, blah, blah, blah. And they took him in. And they're trying to make it seem like we took him in and he didn't give up anything. Let me tell you something. That brother was singing like a canary while he was in that jail. And I showed you a video of him coming out a couple of weeks ago. The news service reported that a prosecutor, FBI agent, and Tarrio's then attorney all vouched for his undercover work during the hearing in 2014. So this dude was an undercover informant. During the hearing, prosecutor Vanessa Singh Johannes said Tarrio's work led to the prosecution of 13 people on federal charges. Not county, not state. 13 people on federal. So this guy was used as a tool of the FBI to lock up 13 people and help local authorities investigate a gambling ring, Reuters noticed. See, this is why I tell people, keep your doggone mouth closed about stuff that you do. You got people going on DJ Vlad and they just talk about all the stuff. Yo, that dude's informant, man. Why are you going on that guy's show? He ain't one of you anyway. Heck, you can't even trust some black people, so how you going to trust some guy from the Middle East with all your secrets? And it ain't a secret if you're going to go on his show blabbing it everywhere. So number one is him taking in the information and you sitting up there blabbing it. Tarrio's lawyer at the time, Jeffrey Filler, reportedly said his client worked undercover in several investigations. So this guy ain't no spring chicken. This ain't his first time on the bull. This ain't his first time at a rodeo. This guy is a veteran at this. He worked undercover in several investigations. One over the sale of anabolic steroids, and another regarding wholesale prescription narcotics, and a third regarding human smuggling. Human smuggling. That's why, guys, you gotta watch your kids, you gotta watch your daughters, you gotta watch yourself. Because human smuggling is no more than slavery. It's no more than 12 years of slaves. Fowler, who describes Tarrio as a prolific cooperator. In other words, this dude is good at cooperating, man. It's nothing to him. Man, I'll tell it in a minute. A prolific cooperator, according to Reuters, saying that his work helped police uncover 3 marijuana grow house. An FBI agent at the hearing also reportedly vouched for Tarrio's work, saying he was a key component in local police investigations regarding marijuana, cocaine, as my boy Marco would say, and ecstasy. So I stay to myself, people. Y'all think I'm a loner. I'm not a loner. I'm not going to give y'all a chance, man. Johannes told Reuters that Tarrio cooperated with local and federal law enforcement officers to aid in the prosecution of those running other separate criminal enterprises, ranging from running marijuana grow houses in Miami to operating a pharmaceutical fraud scheme. Tarrio denied that he worked undercover or cooperated in cases against others. Now, look, there's a chance they could be making this up. Here you got an African man running a pretty much male dominant, they don't like to use white supremacy, but we all know, a male society, quote unquote, male society organization that's predominantly white. So they could say things to get them kicked out or get them hurt, but no. You got to have evidence of this stuff. He did, however, acknowledge that a 30-month sentence for relabeling and selling stolen diabetes kits in 2012 was reduced to 16 months. So this guy's a criminal. He did a plea deal. He plea bargained. In other words, he ratted somebody else to get his sentence reduced. Dude was relabeling and selling stolen diabetes kits. Relabeling and selling stolen diabetes kits. This is the guy that run Proud Boys. His sentence went from 30 months to 16 months because he's a rat. The right-wing Proud Boys group is under scrutiny for its role in the deadly January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Several members of the groups, include organizers Joseph Biggs, have been arrested in connection with the siege. Taria wasn't in attendance because he was ordered to remain outside of the Washington, D.C. I guess so. When you're an informant, you don't want your informant getting caught up in the trap. Earlier this month, he was charged with tearing a Black Lives Matter sign off the city Metropolitan AMC church and then burning it. He was ordered to remain outside the city until his trial in June. So here you got a black Latino tearing down a Black Lives Matter sign at a black church. Boy, I tell you, this snitch. Look, guys, you can't be fooled by these organizations like the Boogaloo Boys, and we're going to talk about the Boogaloo Boys, but I'm going to do a whole nother separate piece on the Boogaloo Boys. Now, understand this. You may be in an organization like the Proud Boys, and you may not be racist. You may be just an anarchist. You may be a socialist. Don't tell them, because they can't stand socialists. You may not believe in you may not believe that you're white supremacists, but you're guilty by association. You're guilty by association. When you're trying to go out there and start fights with Antifa, you're trying to start fights with Black Lives Matter. Why are you trying to do this? Now look, I'm not no fan of Black Lives Matter, the organization, the movement I believe in. But the organization is trash. They care about, it's an all people's organization. It's not a black organization. They're not fighting truly for the rights of black people. If you want some of that, if you want to go check on something like that, you got to go to ADOS. But they're not, get by association. When you're dealing with a bunch of people that's calling blacks the N-word, when you're dealing with people that are willing to lay their life down on a person who look down on minorities, especially black people. Now, I'm working hard to keep black people out of minority status because we would have been the majority status if white society and found ways to stifle our growth. It's a history of that. That's why I'm not a fan of vaccines, because that was part of stifling our growth and development. We would have been in the majority by now. And I don't like to use the word people of color because everybody is a color, including whites. And they want to use that to separate whites from everybody else. You're people of color, we're white. No, white is a color. Get your butt over here with us or separate us. Me, I made the decision to separate us. We're black. We're not people of color. We're black. You're Latino. You're not a people of color. You're Latino. You're brown. Well, I'm black. I'm not a people of color. I'm a color, but I'm not people of color. And yes, this organization had people of color in it, but the ideology is the main thing. They're proud that they created this country. They're proud that their forefathers came here and created this great country, not understanding your forefathers brutalized, raped, pillaged, killed, stolen, robbed, and used black labor to build this great country, this American dream, for free. And then when somebody like me talk about reparation, you want nah, bro, we're gonna get reparation whether you like it or not. That day is coming. Well, anyway, guys, look, this guy ended up being a snitch. A snitch. Now, he is the image of coolness that attracts the Proud Boy. Look at the vest. The official Proud Boy vest, the official Proud Boy merch. Got the hat, got the shirt, got the vest, probably got the watch. All those are attractive pieces to get you into the club. It's attractive. Come be part of our club. It's a social club. Yeah. So is the KKK. So is the Aryan Nation. But he's an African black. I mean, he's an African Latino. He's not Adolf, but he's an African Latino. What they got to do with anything? I told you white supremacy, their number one tool is blackface. They can get more done through behind a black person than behind a white person because you buying into the fact that he's one of you and he's not. That guy will rat you out in a minute, sell you out for a hot dog. Don't ask to put no cheese on it. He gonna sell your mama out. So guys, you gotta watch your association, who you associate with. Like I said, not everybody in the Proud Boys have the same belief. Just like everybody at the church don't believe the same. They can sit right in that church, go to the church and celebrate, but they don't believe the same as the pastor or the deacon or something like that, but they go to the same church. Watch who you associate. Watch who you associate, because the person who you associate could be a snitch. You better watch what you do and what you say around that person, because in the end, your butt. Probably. I mean, look. I can imagine how hard that is. You know, that would probably tick off. That probably would make the white people even more mad at blacks. You see that, boy? You can't trust none of them Negras. I say Negras, Negru. Can't trust none of them. We let this guy run this organization. You should have never let a kind like that run this organization, this great sanctified organization known as the Proud Boys. Well, you did. And you probably ratted half of you guys out. Probably gave the whole docket out and checked them all or who was at that rally during that time he was held up with the FBI.